Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you guys my updated Megacolony Stride deck profile for the end of December 2015. It's a really great deck. I've been testing it out a lot since the last update. Changed a lot as well, and it's just become a lot more consistent. Love the way the deck plays. You keep hand consistency, paralyze your opponent consistently. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. I run 4 of the Fierce Mutant Stun Beetle. I know some people prefer to just run 3, but I like going 4, basically because with 3 you do have your options. If 1 is blocked, you still have 1 more successful route, but this effect gets guarded a lot more than you usually think it would. People always guard it when that the CBs aren't clear for takeoff, or they know it won't really affect them as much. But like I said, I like keeping 4 in the deck. It's just consistent to me, just to have at least 3 outs to the play, and it's a really big play, making your opponent not being able to ride over a stun Vanguard. They lose their consistency, and if they don't have an out to it, for another turn coming, you can just do it again. And I also run 3 Perisphere. This card's great basically because it's draw power and Vanguard power as well, giving your Vanguard +5, resting all your opponent's units. Then if 3 or more are rested, you draw a card, so you don't minus yourself for the stride. Get Darkface's effect if you strode over him as well, so just a great card to use. And I also run 1 Jaggy Devil, just for more consistent stunned units. Go into this card when I don't have the out for the draw power of this either, just so I don't waste Perisphere. Some people, I recommend maybe if you wanted to take out 1 Perisphere, put in a Blizza, just so you can get Darkface's Gen Break 2 earlier. That's also an option. For grade 3s, I run 4 Darkface. Its Gen Break is CB1. When you stride over it, choose 2 of your opponent's units, paralyze them, and then if they're still rested at the end of your opponent's next turn, you draw for each one that's rested. So even if it restands, it still has the effect of, if it's rested at the end of the turn, you'll get the draw. So they really just have to get rid of that unit completely if you don't want them drawing. Or, if they find a way to restand it, like let's say with a stand trigger, keep it stood. So it, opts them out of a booster and attack. And its Gen Break 2 is Soul Blast 2. When your opponent calls a rear guard, you rest it. So not so much stunning it, just, taking out its potential, which makes Darkface your best grade 3 for the deck. And as the backup grade 3 now, I am running 4 Cyclone. I just found the Break Ride to be, the best backup grade 3. Great effect. You can Break Ride over it with Darkface and then stride with Darkface because you have an instant grade 3 Break Ride effect, not one that has to activate later, so you don't waste it. All you really waste is the power if you stride over it again. But basically, stunning all your opponent's units can really hurt them, especially including the Vanguard, which makes Cyclone the best grade 3 option. And for grade 2s, I run 4 Sweet Cocktail. Choose the boost effect for Megacolony. You CB1, Gen Break 1. You choose one of your opponent's rear guards, rest it, and it's paralyzed, and it can also not intercept. And at the end of your opponent's next turn, if it's still rested, your opponent's card, you draw a card for it. The only thing that makes it better than Darkface is, it gives it the can't intercept ability. So you go with this unit first, attacking your opponent's Vanguard, and target one of their units that you maybe didn't target with Darkface that could intercept. A lot of the times I go with grade 1s for Darkface, then get the grade 2s with this unit. And I also run 4 of the 12k attacker, Buster Mantis. Just great because I run the stand trigger in the deck, so I can attack with this. If I get a stand, restand, give it all the power, 17. So even if my opponent gets a trigger, I can still, hit their Vanguard. And I also run 3 Abyss Diver. I like this card basically because it's not a Gen Break. I can use its effect early game. It works on Vanguard or rear guard, and the unit I paralyze can't intercept. So I can, attack the Vanguard with full power and not have to worry about them intercepting with, grade 2s they called early game. And for grade 1s, I run 4 of the Unflip PG. Star Shield, this deck CBs a lot, so you definitely want to run this perfect guard, just so you can get the most out of all your counterblasts. And I also run 4 Stride Enablers, just so I can also, search for Darkface if I know it's going to be a pretty fast-paced game, don't have enough time to Break Ride, and want to go into Darkface first. 4 Machining Mosquito. This card is awesome in the deck. It's a Vanguard or Rearguard effect. grade 1, so I can ride it and get that skill. Building up the soul just so I can have multiple uses for Darkface's Genbreak 2. And I also run 2 Scissor Finger, put this behind Buster Mantis, and I have a 21k attacker. A lot of pressure with this card, guaranteed for sure. And then for my grade 0s, I run my starter, which is Crimebug. He's a Genbreak 1, put into soul, choose a unit, paralyze it, and it cannot intercept. So I can grab maybe, let's say, the other grade 2. Let's say my opponent has 2 grade 2s. If I hit one with Cocktail, this one can grab the other one. It doesn't have the draw effect, but still a great stun effect. And it's a free cost, just put into soul. You just need a Genbreak 1. And then for the trigger lineup, I run 8 crits, 4 bad drips, and 4 Sharp Nail Scorpio. I run 4 of the stand trigger, Earth Dreamer. You can deck out with this deck a lot, so that's why I don't run draw triggers. The one thing this deck was missing was pressure, so Earth Dreamer really helps with that. And the fact that it has a shuffle back effect, if my opponent has 3 paralyzed units, during their ride phase, shuffle it back and draw 2 cards. Lets me put triggers back, so I know I'll get more stands. Just an awesome stand trigger to use. And I also run 4 heal trigger. Obviously, Cocoon Healer. So, yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And Kira Qualia out.